we're going to do our warm-up right now that we are doing every day before we start work. And the purpose of a warm-up is to prepare your body for the activity that you're going to do next. So generally, it's early in the morning, it's cold, you've been in your vehicles, you've been sleeping, so your body is not really prepared for any physical activity. So you want to get all of your joints, your muscles ready to go so it can participate in whatever activity you're doing and you are not going to give yourself an injury. So main reason, and so you can work and your muscles in your body can perform at their best activity level. So we're going to just start, we're going to go head to toe, just a quick easy warm up. We're going to go joints and muscles is what we're going to try to incorporate into this. Whenever you're doing a warm up, just kind of set your body up for it, which means you're going to put your feet about shoulder distance apart so you have a nice stance on your hips. That's going to take the least amount of pressure off your back. You're going to put a little cushion to your knees, same thing, you're taking pressure off your back. You're going to just suck your gut in a little bit because it's going to support your back and bring your shoulders back so you're standing up nice and tall. So you want your spine to be in alignment and your neck and head to be in alignment. So we're starting at the top of our body. What's our big joint we got going on? Our neck. So we're going to just do a little bit of motion. Range of motion is what we're doing. So we're not doing any stretching at this point. We're doing range of motion, which is warming up the joints and warming up the muscles. So just a comfortable side to side. You don't want to go too far. You don't want to put any pressure on your muscles yet, because again, remember, they're still a little cold, they're still sleeping. So bring it back to the center, and we're going to just go side to side. So we're going to just try to bring all the muscles that support our neck into some movement. Again, comfortable range. We're not putting pressure, we're not pushing too much. We're just waking up those muscles on the side of our neck. And we're going to bring it back to the center, and we're going to drop our chin down, and we're going to just do a slow roll from shoulder to shoulder. And you're not going backwards, we're just going forward. If you were to roll backwards, you're going to put a little pressure on the little bones in your spine. You don't want to do that. Bring it back to the center and lifting it up. Good. So now let's just start. We're going to move into our shoulders. So little baby movements. I know our warm-up sheets show right out the gate big rolls in your arms, but you don't want to do that. Just start small because you want to get, again, those joints warmed up a little bit before you start doing big range of motions. So always start small in your range of motion. So let's go the other direction. Shoulder joint is an easily injured joint. It's a small joint that has a lot of pressure on it. So really want to make sure that those muscles are nice and warm. And then let's just do just a couple of shrugs. So you're bringing in your deltoids, your traps, all of your surrounding muscles into those shoulders, get them loose. Okay, now you can go a little bit bigger. So now elbows. So now you're going to incorporate a little bit of your chest, you feel, coming into play, and a little bit of your upper back. And the other direction. So you can start to see how all of your muscles are kind of working with those arms, and how if you just got out of your car and then reached for something or threw your arm above your head, how it might pull a little on those muscles if they're not prepared. So now a little bit bigger, going the other way. Chest, you feel, coming into play, and a little bit of your upper back. And the other direction. So you can start to see how all of your muscles are kind of working with those arms, and how if you just got out of your car and then reached for something or threw your arm above your head, how it might pull a little on those muscles if they're not prepared. So now a little bit bigger, going the other way. Good. A little more chest. Now you feel your lats coming into play, and around the other way, forward. And now a little bit more back. Even now you feel your low back coming into play. Good. Okay, so come back into our position. Knees, feet, and now we're going to move into low back. So now we're going low back. You can feel that movement a little bit. Now you're pulling into your hips and your abs. Big, big area for injury, as we all know, of your low back. So this is a big one that you make sure is nice and warmed up. Your abdominal muscles support your low back, so they have to be warm as well. And they, in an ideal world, should be kind of strong, which means maybe a couple of sit-ups here and there would be helpful. Let's bring it back to the center. Good. Relax those arms down. So you got a little hip movement in there, so we're going to go a little bit more into our hips. We're going to lift just a knee up, side to side. So now you feel that in your glutes. Glutes are real important. Little hip flexor. Good. Now just open up that hip a little bit. Your low back is supported by your glutes, your quads, your hips. More. Good. Super important that you have some flexibility in all these areas. Bring it back to the center. Good. Now just flip your foot to the back a little bit. So you can feel that in the front of you. Leg, got your quadricep. Get a little warmth in there. Good. Good. Okay, now back to your feet. Let's just come up on our toes. Kind of forget about your feet. You guys are on your feet all day long. Ankles, bottoms of your feet. Super important that you move those around. Get some flex in there as well. Calves, if your calves are tight, that's going to affect your back as well. And relax down. Shake your arms out a little bit. Take up a big deep breath. Bring in some air. Exhale out. Good, deep breath. And exhale. Good. Should feel a little bit more warmth throughout your body. It's a little bit more prepared for your activities. Good to go.